One person that's been guiding our coverage is the anchor of NBC Nightly News, Lester Holt. Lester, it's great to see you. How are you?
Jose, good to see you. I'm great, thanks.
Thanks. Now, out of the shooting has come a huge national conversation, Lester, on race relations and the Confederate flag. How surprised are you that out of these big stories, an even bigger storyline emerges?
Well, the flag controversy, we've seen that pop up over the years, but what I find interesting is there's such a focus on that, and we have to ask ourselves, is that really the question on race relations? Is that the conversation we're talking about, or is it just a sidebar, an important sidebar? Obviously, it's a polarizing symbol, and it is part of this since that flag was embraced by the shooter in this case, but one wonders if the focus, may be narrowing, and at a time it should be a broader focus on race.
Yeah, and your first week officially in the Nightly News chair, and you've had this huge story in Charleston. Talk to me a little bit about what it's been like for you to cover the story.
Well, it's, there's been a lot made of, me being the first solo African-American anchor of the Nightly News program and the responsibility on that. And certainly you come to stories like this with a heightened sensitivity since it hits very close to home, to your own life and those around you. It's a story that, a lot of people are trying to figure out, historically what it means in this country, how far we've come. I particularly take heart, though, in the fact that the outrage has seemed so universal, and that speaks, I think, the growth we've seen in this country over the years. But at the same time, this horrible act reminds us that there's still an awful lot of hatred out there.
There sure is. And Lester, I've got to tell you, just on a personal note, I am just so happy to see you where you are, and you represent so much to so many of us, and you do so with such class and with distinction, intelligence, profound just ethics. How do you see Nightly News in the future? What is it that you think when you think of Nightly News down the future?
Well, first of all, thank you very much. I never saw myself in this role, at least at this point.
Well, but you are, man. I got to tell you, you
are. At this point in my career, I keep feeling every day I wake up and look in the mirror and I'm like, what just happened here? But I'm proud. There's only 3 of these jobs, first of all, and to be holding one of them is amazing. The way I look at Nightly News, I mean, there's a huge legacy, there's a huge history. It's the newscast of record, but I'm mindful this is also 2015, we consume information differently. We want it quicker. My only goal right now is to make sure that the broadcast is relevant every day, and that we're keeping up, with where this country is and how people consume information. Fortunately, I inherited a broadcast that was in terrific shape at the top of its game, so that part made my life a bit easier.
Lester Holt, it's great seeing you, man. Thanks for being with me. So appreciate it.
Okay.
And you can see Lester tonight and every weeknight on NBC Nightly News on your local NBC.